never loved it because I like to have the dollar. I think the currency should be the dollar. So I was never a big fan, but it's building up bigger and bigger, and nobody's doing anything about it. And I know it so well. Look, I want a currency called the dollar. I don't want to have all these others, and that could be an explosion someday, like the likes of which we've never seen. It'll make the big tech explosion look like baby stuff. I think it's a very dangerous thing.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. Now, guys, I told you in 2023 in the first quarter, we would get an event. And now we have the banking collapse, which the master magicians pulled off the perfect distraction. And at the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter, guys, we're going to have another main event. Now, of course, the markets will still pump and dump until we get that next crisis. Guys, we know they're going to pull that rug. And all we have to do is watch the Fed to know exactly when that's about to happen. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
Now, guys, we have Bitcoin, crypto, and the NASDAQ up. But if we look at the actual indicators, guys, that's not going to last long. And more importantly, guys, we have the hedge fund guys shorting treasuries and the market. Now, we're on the stock channel, guys, so I'm going to add in a little info on the stock market. And we see the China stock market taking a hit due to real estate. But guys, we know nothing in China is done by chance. It's all run by the government. So we know there's definitely a bigger agenda. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, do not forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates, which are up. The 10-year yield pulled back slightly, but yield rates are up. But as I'm doing this video, guys, the dollar is spiking. And then we have volume and crypto up. We have Tether, USDC. And of course, guys, we have the Fed. The repo at 1.79 trillion. And we know the central banks are raising rates and run off the balance sheet in order to destroy this legacy market so the fourth industrial revolution can rise. Whether robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And guys, we get news from the Fed. The Fed is showcasing distributed ledger payment systems. And one of the service providers dropped built on HBAR. And guys, we know Fed now is interoperable. And we definitely know DeFi is the new banking. We know the banking crisis that we have going on, guys, it was all planned. Because we know blockchain DLT gets rid of these banks. Real-time settlement, which cuts out the fees. And we know these banks are built on a fee model. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, we have Grayscale sent about $24.5 billion on Friday. And we have the former chief of the SEC says that the current SEC will not approve a spot Bitcoin ETF. Have to wait for the Republicans to come in. But guys, we know Grayscale has the actual court case, so I don't see them approving a spot Bitcoin ETF until after this case is done. Remember, guys, this is a plan. It moves in phases. But getting over into a little crypto news, guys, we have Coinbase marks official launch in Canada with Interact integration. And guys, we know why the sheep sleep, the NWO build. And when it comes to the fourth industrial revolution, we see Canada moving fast forward. And we know they already have a spot Bitcoin ETF. Now we have Uniswap employee fired after meme coin liquidity pull. And guys, what do I tell you about these rug pulls, these hacks? They're always an inside job. That's just my feeling. Now we have PayPal to roll out cryptocurrency hub for select users. And guys, remember, this is part of a plan. It moves in phases. It doesn't happen overnight. And don't forget, PayPal gets a new CEO. We know the old CEO gets to ride in the sun with a bag of money. And guys, we have the bank man in jail for the third night. But we know he's eating lobster, guys. Remember, you're watching a movie. Sit back, get your popcorn, and let it play out. And lastly, guys, we have Donald Trump's crypto wallet exposed. We have Donald Trump holds up to $500,000 in crypto. And we know his wife, sons, and daughters probably hold millions and millions. Remember, Donald Trump is set there for a distraction. Remember, Democrats and Republicans work together in order to move the agenda. The bird needs both wings to fly. And for some reason, the masses don't understand that. They stay distracted on things that don't matter, so the Hegelian dialectic works every time. The divide and conquer. And if you take time, sit down and read, you can clearly see the fourth industrial revolution is right around the corner. And you know the crypto teacher gives you the truth, nothing but the truth. Yes, the truth hurts, but it sets you free. And we know our people perish from the lack of knowledge because they reject it. Not because it's not there, but because they reject it. And the robots, algorithms, and drones are about to take over the work. And the sheep are going inside the metaverse. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids' books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, BitChute, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids' books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York. From COVID Stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.